As noted later in this video, if you have any queries regarding the main construction method or the main construction material, you should address those to your designer, architect or engineer or your builder. If you still have issues, you can submit a query to support@mbco.gov.ie. Two new questions have been added to the online assessment in regarding to the main method of construction and the main construction material in regard to a building. The main method of construction has been changed to allow for 6 different types of methods of construction. They being standard construction, which describes construction that uses site process to construct the main structural elements, e.g. block laying and the pouring of reinforced concrete. MMC Category 1, 3D volumetric primary structure. These are 3-dimensional units consisting of floor, wall and roof panels, which are the primary structure of all or part of the building. MMC Category 2, which are 2-dimensional flat panel units, such as panelized walls, which are part of the primary structure of the building. MMC Category 3, these are 2-dimensional components, such as beams and posts, which form the primary structure of the building. MMC Category 4, which is using remote site-based or final workforce-based 3D printing of parts of building using various materials based on digital design and manufacturing techniques. And MMC Category 7, this category uses innovative construction techniques to improve on-site processes. In Ireland, MMC 7 would relate to insulated concrete formac. And then under main construction material, this will give you a drop-down list which show the common materials used in each of the main methods of construction selected above. If the primary structure material is to be used is not shown on the drop-down list, you can select other and complete an additional field. So if we click on standard construction, we shall see that there is materials here reflect standard construction practices in Ireland, which would be masonry brick, masonry block, masonry stone, on-site timber frame construction. That's where pieces timber elements are brought to site and cut to suit the structure and assembled on-site. Similarly, on-site structural steel assemblies where steel is brought to site and is cut and welded or bolted together on site to form structural elements. And then we have reinforced concrete, where we have shuttered concrete for columns, walls, floors, lintels, etc., which are formed on site and poured on site. And then we have steel and concrete composites would be a link or a system that uses both structural steel assembly and reinforced concrete. Again, we have other. If you click on other, a new box will appear and you'll be able to enter a concise description of the main structural material to be used in this building. If we go on to MMC Category 1, we're given a new selection of materials. We have timber frame, so these are 3-dimensional units which are constructed out of timber. We have mass engineered timber, that is timber that has been gone through a process where it's been glued, doweled or nailed together. Glue-lam beam would be one of the examples of mass engineered timber. We have precast concrete, structural steel, light gauge steel, and again other. You have Category 2, 2D panelized. Again, timber frame. Those would be timber frames IS 440. So where the timber frame of the inner leaf is constructed off-site and brought on-site to be assembled. That'll be covered at IS 440. Mass engineered timber, again, as noted earlier on, those might be timber that's glued, nailed or doweled together to form a 2D panelized system, precast concrete systems, structural steel systems, light gauge steel systems, structurally insulated panels, and again we have other. If you're not clear of what type of system you are using, you should refer to your architect, engineer, or builder to confirm the type of main construction method and construction material that is being used. MMC non-systemized primary structure, that is where we have elements that are cut and to size off-site and then assembled on-site. So again, we have mass engineered timber, as I said before, that might be glue line beams, precast concrete, that would be precast concrete columns, lintels, and beams. Structural steel, again, where the structural steel has been cut to size to be delivered on site, that would be MMC3, where it's assembled on site. Additive manufacture, there's only one construction material presently, which is cast in situ concrete. So that is where you have a machine which 3D prints your building from the base up. And you have category 7, site process led labor reduction and productivity. The system under that is insulated concrete formwork. There is a resource page linked to this question. So if you click on there, it will go to our resource page, and that will give you a description of the different types of construction again. So here we have standard construction, which is, in this case, is blockwork and blockwork in a leaf with a brickwork out a leaf. We have reinforced concrete under standard construction. Under category 1, 3D volumetric, we have the units. This is part of an apartment block. This is a whole apartment unit. They're assembled on site, and these form the structural, primary structural system for the building. Again, we have category 2, 2D panelized. Again, they can come as closed units, or they can come as frames to be completed on site. But they are the main structural elements. So the inner leaf of that, as you can see, it's a steel, light gauge steel with insulation and an external render on it. Here we have category 3, which is non-systemized primary structure. Again, two-dimensional components such as beams, posts, and lintels, which form the primary structure of the building. Again, the mass engineered timber, which is the illustration shown, but it could be precast concrete or structural steel. And then we have 3D printed house here with a category 4. Again, this nozzle here was pouring concrete out to form the various outline of the building. And then category 7, which is one of the most common types of modular construction in the Irish building industry, which would be insulated concrete formwork, IFC. Once you've completed these two questions, you just proceed to fill out the online assessment as before.